Joining us live is political consultant Jim Middleton. Jim, appreciate your time. It's an interesting point that Bill Shorten raised in those comments there about scare campaigns running a big new tax. But the reality here is that to make the sort of changes the Royal Commission is recommending, it's going to require a huge injection of cash from the government and a major overhaul when it comes to funding of the aged care sector.
That's certainly the case. Good afternoon to you, Ash. Yes, I heard a figure suggested today, something like $4 billion a year out to 2050, and I think that some of the aged care sector are suggesting double that. Whatever it is, it's going to be a huge sum of money, and in the end, it can only come from the taxpayer in one way or another. Interesting that Bill Shorten is suggesting there should be no tit for tat on that. I think, if my memory serves me correctly, when it came to the NDIS, Labor under his leadership adopted a somewhat different position, but I'm encouraged by the fact that he's suggesting that. I do think that a levy of some kind or other would be acceptable to the Australian people. The only other alternatives really are to increase the deficit, which is already huge, or indeed to cut spending elsewhere, which I think at the current time is not quite as palatable as it might have been some time ago. But I think one other point I'd make too is that not only is the task here so significant, but I do wonder in general whether we're reaching a point where public demand for spending on various things which have been starved for funding over the years is starting to grow. I'm not sure that the era of the last 30 years where cutting is any more what people in general want. That's not to mean there shouldn't be open slather, but I'm just wondering whether sentiment is shifting to a degree, and I think we will see that with the response, the public response to this Aged Care Royal Commission report.